Now, welcome to a review and discussion of Tales of the Empire, the Morgan Elsbeth episodes. And once again, we will start with your thoughts, since I already have a review for them over on the other channel. What do you think?
Fancy, you have a review already.
I do.
I think there was a lot to like about the Morgan Elsbeth episodes. First off, we had General Grievous, and he was everything I always thought General Grievous should be. He was terrifying. He was menacing. Run! I loved that. I absolutely loved that. I'm sorry for my horrible impression.
That was terrible, yes.
But it was great, because there was creepy and frightening and something that, would haunt you. Something like that would haunt your dreams for years to come.
Yeah, just like Grievous did from the original Tartakovsky Clone Wars, where he truly was menacing and killed Jedi.
And it was wonderful to see him go kind of back to that. I mean, like I said, years from now down the road, that's going to haunt her dreams. This is the monster that killed my mother and then mocked me and said run, just like she did.
No, I agree. He looked fantastic. He was frightening. He was everything Grievous should be, but never was in the Clone Wars animated series, where he was kind of running away all the time. I'll get you next time. But not really.
It made me feel a little sorry for the Morgan Elsbeth portrayal we got in The Mandalorian and Ahsoka, because of the fact that she had such a more in-depth character by adding, 45 minutes worth of extra material to her character. I mean, of course, that is a long time, but we really got to see a much more sympathetic version of her, the version of her that's sort of filled with vengeance because of what happened, and everything she did was fueled by the loss of her people and her mother, not even knowing that the people she went to work for are literally the very people who killed her people.
Yeah, details.
Interesting details, though.
Yeah.
She ended up working for the people who destroyed her people, but she never knew. It's crazy. It's interesting.
No, I found the episodes interesting, if not extremely profound and I get to see Morgan Elsbeth's backstory, I guess.
I like that she never changed. She went to the mountain matrons, and instead she tried to change them. No, we will continue to fight. They're going to come for you too. Because she was so consumed with fear and anger and revenge that she was leading them down the wrong path, so they threw her out.
Well, they didn't exactly throw her out. I mean, they threw her out after she got the daughter killed. So
well, yeah.
It's kind of a big deal.
Right. I thought it was interesting to see that not only the witches lived on Dathomir, that there was another tribe who kind of embraced their magic in a different way.
Well, yeah, it kind of harkens back to more EU stuff, where a Jedi kind of taught the Night Sisters, and then a clan kind of branched off, that being the Night Sisters that we know.
Mm-hmm. The witches.
The witches. Well, yeah, they were all kind of witches.
Yeah.
But these were the bad witches. Of the West or the East or
whatever.
I'm
a good witch. Yeah. But I thought there was a lot more to dissect and to look into. I wish they could have slowed down even more. I think I actually would have taken another few shorts about Morgan Elsbeth's transition, shall we say, from going... Because, the next time we saw her, she was already, working within the Empire.
Well, she's, pitching the TIE Defender program, which kind of seems a little, okay.
Which is interesting, because that's something that, of course, Thrawn is very interested in.
Thrawn kind of takes the helm of the TIE Defender program and kind of loses out to Project Stardust and Tarkin and all that.
Yes. But it was cool that she, started becoming the war dog, that she was sacrificing her system, took over this town with the right reasons, but the first time there's what? We aren't going to get these jobs. We hate you. I was that was so weird, because you totally see them as sympathetic victims when you watch in the Mandalorian episode, when you see her in season 2. You think that she's torturing these people, she's ruthless, but then you get to see the episode where they turn on her. Immediately, everything goes downhill. She was trying her best to do right and make these her people. But then it's hey guys, sorry, I can't get you the jobs I promised, I'm going to keep trying. And they're nah, burn the witch, burn her. And,
Okay,
I just thought that was kind of a huge flip, because it looked like she was in harmony with them until that one failure. So I just thought that was a really interesting dynamic.
I don't know that they were in harmony, but...
Looks like she had a good relationship, because, she comes back and they're hey Morgan... What did they think? What about these jobs? You said you were going to get us jobs, and you're protecting us. Because remember, she was protecting them. She brought all those mercenaries to protect them.
Okay, yeah. And then that kind of backfired.
And then it backfired, because now she had to use them to defend herself. And you know what? Screw these people. They don't care about me. They're not my family. No matter what I've done for them, they aren't my family. And that's when she's you want a villain? I'll be a villain. Even when and then you get the last episode when the New Republic comes back.
We kind of skipped over Thrawn in this.
Yes, he was there.
Episode 2, yeah.
Lars Mikkelsen.
Yeah.
Did a phenomenal job.
A great job with the voice, yeah.
And then they strayed even further from the Rebels look of him. He's a lot less angular. He's definitely more human-esque, I guess you could say. Looks a little more...
Well, Rebels always kind of had a little funky of a animation style.
Harder lines, yeah.
Yeah, just kind of looked different from Clone Wars style.
But him showing up was cool. Him seeing the vision that what he could do with Morgan Elsbeth's project, what he could use her for. So it's just Thrawn being a smart guy and utilizing the tools that he can get.
Well, there's kind of this, perhaps a slight kind of kinship there between him, because he really cared. As far as
because of his
we know,
people, yeah.
We know he's there for the Chiss ascendancy. He's really kind of for his people, and she was for her people. Mm-hmm. So it's only kind of when she talks about not wanting her people to be forgotten that Thrawn's like, hey, I can understand this. I can get behind you. Let's join forces.
That was great.
Yeah, I like that.
And then I like that you flash forward into the future, which probably takes place a smattering of years, maybe before Mando.
I thought it was right before
It's got to be close.
I thought
it's got to be
the
very
day
close.
before, because you have the Bo-Katan there at the end. You hear Bo-Katan, because the droid gets the distress signal out, and then we hear a response, and it sounds like Bo-Katan.
You're right, it does sound like Bo-Katan. So it probably must be... Well, remember, she'd been dealing with the Jedi for a little while. So
yeah, it could be a while.
It could be a little, not years,
like the
but
next day, week,
a couple of cycles.
Something, yeah. Because it seems
some rotations, maybe.
Yeah, Bo-Katan seems to get the message, passes it on to Ahsoka, and then Mando is like, "Hey, Bo-Katan, do you know any Jedi?" And she's like, "Well, I happen to know where I sent one." Yeah, it's all rather convenient. It didn't really need to be explained. I didn't really wonder why Bo-Katan knew where Ahsoka was. I mean, I guess maybe I could kind of wonder why that was the case. But now I have to wonder why she already knew where Ahsoka was and why she called her for this. So that's even more of a question. But
I thought it really showcased... I mean, there was really foolhardy in the New Republic. We sent, 5 guys and somebody who used to live there who knew how bad it was. Yeah. And she just assumed that if I come here and say the New Republic says you gotta stop, that means it'll stop.
Yeah. We keep seeing the New Republic just be kind of dumb.
Yeah. Gee, I wonder how come they fell apart.
Yeah, I wonder why they lost to the First Order.
No wonder they had to give them First Order space. They couldn't deal with them. Like, we'll just give you a space then.
Yeah, let's have
You can torture the people all you want if they're along this line.
Good old New Republic.
Doing what's right for their people.
Yeah, well. But yeah, we haven't seen the New Republic shown in a very good light at all, which is kind of sad. But I think it's, to soften the blow of their eventual failure or destruction. I don't know what they're thinking with this. But yeah, the senator or ambassador from the planet shows back up and just gets them all killed.
It's great.
And then Morgan has her little speech about how you're working day and night, but it's for a greater good, defending the galaxy. I forget the exact quote now, but
right, because she actually knows what she's working for now. At this point, she must have already contacted the Night Sisters from across the universe. Because she's already harvesting these resources to probably make her ultimate ship.
Well, sure. But she says they're, saving this galaxy from some kind of, demise. What is the demise?
Does she just think bringing her people back would save the galaxy? I don't know. For what,
though? We don't know what the demise is.
Whatever vision that Thrawn clued her in on is whatever she thinks will save the galaxy is my guess.
Yeah, but we don't know what that is. Now, it could be...
No, that is Ahsoka Season 2, possibly.
If there's a small miracle that takes place and Filoni is aware of work outside of his own, it could be the Grisk from the Thrawn trilogies, the new Thrawn trilogies, because they are a great threat to the whole galaxy. We even know that's what motivates him to join the Empire. Mm-hmm. I honestly don't think that's what it's going to be, but what is or does she just mean the New Republic is kind of generic and I'm going to save you from them?
It means Barriss Offee's coming back.
Somehow Barriss will return.
Why not? All right, well, do you want to rank the episodes now?
Oh, we were going to do that.
We were going to rank all 4 from Tales of the Jedi and Tales of the Sith, the 4 character story arcs.
Yeah, well, to give a quick summary on this one, I enjoyed it.
Okay.
I don't know that it was I don't know, I said before, it wasn't profound, but I guess what I meant was it just wasn't a character I really had a ton of interest in, but then it's well, that was interesting for a character I didn't find interesting. Does that make sense? And if I had seen this before Ahsoka, maybe that's more interesting. Yeah, maybe. I know. Very confusing.
Oh, should I do my list first? Because I always make you go first.
I think you should, yeah. Well, we'll go down the list and then you can
bottom
tell me
tier for me.
Oh, you're going to go just
I'm going to go rank them down and to
okay.
Yeah. In 4th place, I'm giving it to the Tales of the Jedi Ahsoka arc.
Okay.
Because I thought it was pretty weak. It just didn't really offer up a lot of new information for me. Okay. All it did was retcon a book, which it did not need to do.
No, it didn't need to do that.
3rd place, I will give Tales of the Empire, the Barriss Offee story.
Ooh, okay.
Because again, I think Filoni just played wash, rinse, and repeat. I'm going to save another one of my characters. Look, she's a good guy. It felt too rushed. The pacing was a problem for me.
Okay.
In second place, I'm going to give it to Tales of the Empire, the Morgan Elsbeth story, because I thought the character development was much needed, and it was really just, seeing Grievous was really over the top, really
That's
good.
Cool. Yeah.
And of course, then that makes first place the Tales of the Jedi Count Dooku story, which offered up a lot of really great information. It really evolved that character. Seeing young Qui-Gon was great. I loved it from start to finish.
Okay. I will say in fourth place is Ahsoka.
Ooh.
It was just kind of, all right, did we need like this?
It was just having Ahsoka for Ahsoka's sake.
Kind of, yeah. It's like, here's baby Ahsoka, like, being special. It's like, okay, well, yeah, she's very Force sensitive. Okay.
There's
and
Ahsoka
that's like,
training.
We will retcon the book and show you against an Inquisitor. It's like, yeah, I read the book. Book was pretty good. Didn't need this, I guess. Third place, I'll give it to Morgan Elsbeth.
Okay.
Enjoyable, but nothing like... I guess it hurts that it's a character that I know is going to die and that I didn't really care about dying. And then it's like, here's a story that was kind of interesting. And like I said, had I got this before, maybe it makes that character better then. I don't know. Second, Barriss, though very rushed and it had problems, a very Star Wars-esque story. I get what you're saying about Filoni and like just let somebody die, let somebody go dark side.
The biggest thing was
it's okay.
Timing,
pacing. It had issues, but I like what it was going for. And first place was Dooku. I still really enjoy the Dooku episodes. Young Qui-Gon, one of my favorite characters.
It just felt like a very compact story that told like an overall arc of the character and his beliefs. Each story really just evolved what you knew about Count Dooku's beliefs and how he operated, what he thinks.
Yeah, I guess it kind of enhanced what we already kind of suspected. We kind of saw a story that was like, oh, that makes real complete sense for that character. Yeah, I'll agree with that.
Nice. So there you have it.
All right, there's our ranking for now. You never know. Tales of the Bounty Hunter, which will be about not bounty hunters, just like Tales of the Empire.
It'll be about bounty hunters
Empire.
not hunting bounties.
Boba Fett will be perfect for that. He doesn't really do bounty hunter stuff anymore. He gives people jobs.
Oh, what if you got a cute little story of young Boba with Jango and they leave Kamino and they go on a bounty hunt together or something?
That could be fun.
That'd be really cute.
And then we'll eventually see him get older and get ruthless before he becomes Tuscanified. He gets soft. Even though the Tuscans were kind of hardcore. Whatever. I'm babbling again. So that's going to be all we got for you this time. Now it is your turn. Take to the comments below. Tell us what you thought of the Morgan Elsbeth episode, or feel free to rank the episodes, how you would see them lining up. Whatever the case may be, leave those comments below. Let's talk some Star Wars, and until next time, thanks for watching.